Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. Got a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be going over today. We're going to be talking about the 5 predictions for 2018, and these are going to be super accurate predictions, as if they're not predictions at all. But they are, because it's still January, but it's some really exciting news, really exciting things with the economy and things like that, especially as it relates to housing. So I wanted to go over just a couple quick things. First, before we get started on that, I want to thank some of our partners, especially our lender partners, Tim Draves from McLean Mortgage, a super great, accurate, wonderful loan officer with really good rates. You can actually give Tim a call at 703-395-8495. Give Tim a call if you need to refinance or do a purchase. I also wanted to mention Lawyer Signature Settlements, the best title company in the entire world. They have been so wonderful with us and our clients and have done such a good job. You can reach Lawyer Signature Settlements also if you're doing a purchase or refinance at 301-695-1235. Thank you, Katrina, Garrett, and all the gang over there. And then I wanted to mention MLend. MLend is an awesome mortgage lender, great partners with us. Michael Pritz, awesome loan officer. You can reach him at 301-662-LOAN. And Mark Springerth, who does an excellent job with home inspections. So Springerth Services Home Inspections does a great job, really thorough, finds all kinds of stuff with the properties for our buyers to make sure that we can either negotiate those out and get those items fixed or move on or whatever. But he's a great home inspector. You can reach Mark at 301-512-0427. And a new partner that we've got on board is Backyard Inflatables. Backyard Inflatables is so wonderful. You guys have probably seen their location at 5618 Buckystown Pike. You can reach them at 301-972-0939. They have concessions, games, inflatables with slides, interactive games, moon bounces, obstacle courses, party supplies, tents and tables, water and dry slides, trains and rides. What a great place, Backyard Inflatables. So thank you guys for helping us out to make what we do possible. Also, I wanted to go over our coloring contest for the year. As you guys know, we publish Premium Living in Clarksburg, and we have a coloring contest there every month. And this contest is, in fact, you don't have to live in Clarksburg. You can click the link below and just go right to our digital edition and submit that. We pick one winner from each age group, ages 7 and under, and then ages 8 and up. And each month we pick a winner, and they get a $15 gift card to Toys R Us. And we always announce the winner in the next edition. So all you have to do is actually have them color the picture, fill out the artist's information at the bottom, name, age, your phone number and address, and you can actually text that into us or email it if you like. Send that to Sarah, Sarah, at ultimatesellingteam.com to submit that. And in fact, let's see who our winner was for this month. It looks like C, age 7, won our coloring contest this last month, so he's going to be getting a $15 Toys R Us gift card, so congratulations. And I wanted to move on real quick before we get to our 5 predictions for 2018. Wanted to go over our featured listing, and this one is also in Clarksburg because we dominate Clarksburg, because that's what we do, we dominate. 12302 Gray Squirrel Street in Clarksburg. Awesome listing. You can actually see some of the pictures here, but you can actually click on the link below also and make your way to Gray Squirrel there. Now that's being listed at $749,900, and it's a custom built home, over 5,000 square feet. It features 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, 2 master suites with ceramic tile tubs, gourmet kitchen with upgraded cabinets, stainless steel appliances, a finished attic, spacious finished basement and den. It's awesome for entertaining family and friends. There's a 2-car attached garage. The Homeowners Association is awesome with great amenities, and it's conveniently located to everything because it's Clarksburg. So if anyone's interested, hit me up in the comments below, or go ahead and click on the link, and we'd be happy to do a private showing for you in that area. Or if you have a listing or anything that you also would like to have featured with us, just let me know. Send me a comment or a private message, and I'd be happy to get back to you on that. So back to the actually, you know what? I think we're going to go over just a couple little events in Clarksburg before we go over the 5 predictions. Actually, Clarksburg and Frederick. Let's see. So we have a Maple Syrup Festival, March 10th through the 18th at Cunningham Falls State Park. Maple Syrup Festival. Who knew? Shrek the Musical is going to be at Way Off Broadway. Way Off Broadway is awesome. Justin Kiska over there and his family run a first-rate operation off of Willowdale Drive. Shrek the Musical. That's going to be February 4th, 18th, and March 4th. There's also going to be an egg hunt March 17th at the FSK Mall. Let's see, and that's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Here's one, Ted Koppel, February 22nd at the Weinberg Center. Ted Koppel, there you go. So it's going to be $50 to get in to see Ted Koppel. Who knew? Let's see, and it's Frederick Restaurant Week, the week of March 5th through March 11th. That's awesome. So enough about all that stuff. Let's get to these 5 predictions. And if anyone actually has a prediction that they think is going to happen or that they'd like to talk about, I'd be really interested to see in the comments. Let's see. Sarah, I don't know if you can see any of the comments or anything like that. I'm just trying to pull them up here to see. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so if just right here in the comments, if you have any questions about these, if you have your own predictions, or even if you'd like to discuss some of these back and forth. Some of these are really exciting. This is going to be a great year in real estate. So with that, let's get started with this brilliance of an article by Tim Brooks, of course. These days, it seems like the real estate market changes all the time, and it can be difficult to keep up. To simplify what can be a complicated market to follow, we've compiled 5 predictions for the home sales market in 2018. This first one gets me so excited. In fact, I'm so excited for everybody that we've sold homes to in the last 3 years, because this is great news for you. If you're getting ready to be in the market, by the way, you may want to hurry up so you can take advantage of this. So, prediction number 1. In 2018, we will see a 5% growth. 5% growth in the market. Now, according to Freddie Mac, 2018 will see a 5% increase in housing prices on average across the country. One of the reasons home prices are predicted to increase is because demand will remain high for the limited number of homes on the market. When the number of homes on the market is low, home prices increase. And this is expected to continue throughout the year. What do you think about that? Yep, you like that? You like that ticker there? I thought you would, Michelle. Especially, I was thinking about you when I put that in there. So you want to hear about more predictions? That's cool, because I got 4 more coming up. And Dana, I'm glad you love backyard inflatables, because they love you too. So let's see. Prediction number 2. Homeowners are remodeling older homes rather than selling them. Although many areas of the country are sellers' markets, one new trend sees longtime homeowners more hesitant to sell their houses than they have been in the past. Instead, more homeowners are simply remodeling their homes, adding new amenities, or updating old fixtures and decor. Though selling older homes can alleviate a lack of inventory on the market, the fact that so many homeowners are keeping these homes off the market means that home inventory will remain low on average. So, a lot of people are remodeling their homes. You know, I'm actually one of those myself. In that my kind of origin story of how I got into real estate was I had an agent who was kind of the bartender, really. He wasn't really an agent, but he had a real estate license, showed us around. I ended up paying a super premium for my house. I live in Clover Hill, and there's Clover Hill 1, 2 East, and 3. And there's a dividing line there for one school district to another, and I actually paid a premium for the really good school district. I happen to live in the other school district, though, so I still owe as much as I paid 10 years ago. So we want to sell it this year, but we're actually going to remodel it first and then sell it. So we're kind of in the same boat, like, yeah, all right. I am really excited about that 5% an increase, because that's going to push me over the top and finally make selling that home not a loss. I was not in real estate when I bought it, though. If I was, I would have bought an awesome house in the right place with the right appreciation. And, okay, prediction number 3, more and more millennials will move to the suburbs. Millennials, now approximated ages 25 to 34, have finally entered the housing market full force, but one question remains: where will they live? Many millennials may prefer to live in urban centers, closer to their jobs and entertainment venues, but some are being priced out of cities as rents continue to rise. Instead, over the next year, millennials will continue to move into suburbs convenient to major cities. We happen to be Suburb City in Maryland. Everything in Maryland is a suburb until you start getting out past Washington County. We're a suburb of Washington, D.C. We're a suburb of Baltimore. We're a suburb of the suburbs in Montgomery County. So that's why I love Clarksburg, because it's like the ultimate suburb. Okay, let's see. So one other thing, though, with millennials, yes, they're getting into the housing market. My concern, and what keeps showing up a lot with millennials, is student debt. Still kind of a problem with them, and a lot of them are choosing to rent too. However, this is the time for them to get in the housing market, and that's why that prediction is there, that they're going to be full force this year. Okay, so number 4, we might be building more homes than we need. According to Forbes analyst Bill Connery, builders may be building more housing units than we currently need. That's somebody scoring on my team, because that's what we do. We score. We win. This is because there are not as many people in the United States who can afford to live on their own, despite the fact that these housing units are apparently being constructed to accommodate them. Instead, slow job growth and wage inflation rates have forced people, largely millennials, like we talked about, who would otherwise live alone, to live with roommates or relatives. So, we might be building more homes than we need. Are we building more homes than we need? Is there too much new construction now? Now, new construction had gone away for a long time. Now it's back. It's back full force, but it's sagging a little bit. There is talk of more new construction at a more affordable price. All the new home construction we're seeing is like $400,000 plus. It would be nice to see if there was some home construction at a little bit lower price point. Okay, so Dana's asking, is that good for sellers? Dana, which question good for sellers? I'm just curious because all of this stuff is good for sellers, everything I'm talking about, but which thing in particular? Let's talk about it. Builders. Number 5, builders will construct more starter homes than other homes. What were we just talking about? Home prices are high right now, and most real estate experts suggest that the way to address this problem is by building more affordable housing and starter homes. I'll finish this and get back into why that is so extremely important. According to real estate website Zillow, home builders may soon start responding to calls for lower-priced homes designed to be purchased by low and middle-income families as well as first-time home buyers. Construction of these new properties could alleviate soaring prices, especially in expensive markets. So when you have, say, the millennials and this whole group that have been renters, roommates, and all this stuff, and kind of out of the housing market, that is not good for housing, especially when all the new home starts and stuff like that are $400,000 plus. It just is not a whole generation. We're being kind of locked out of this wealth building vehicle, which is real estate. In fact, for most people, it's the number one way that they are holding their wealth, if you can call it that. So what do you guys think, these predictions? So we're going to see 5% growth, homeowners remodeling older homes rather than selling them, and that we have a huge shortage of inventory in the market. So if you are interested in selling, now is the time, because there is a tremendous upward pressure in price right now. Inventory is really low, and everything we're putting on the market is gone in a week, gone in 2 weeks. Okay, so number 3, more and more millennials will move to the suburbs. What do you guys think? In fact, I'd like to see more and more millennials move out of the basement, suburbs or not. We might be building more homes than we need. That's number 4. And number 5, builders will construct more starter homes than other homes. That one would be sweet if that happened. Okay, so Dana says, people remodeling instead of selling. Is that good for sellers? The low inventory that will be created, how does that affect other sellers? So I don't like it personally. It's cool to remodel, and that's great, but I'd prefer that you remodeled and then sold your home. Then you can maybe increase the value, create a little wealth there. The reason I say that is because the shortage of inventory is a problem. It's causing a lot of upward pressure in price. So we do really well for our sellers, but we also represent a lot of buyers too. So it's buyers that are kind of hesitating. Now is the time to jump in. Rates are still low, but that upward pressure in price, if there's a 5% increase in housing prices this year, that's like saying that a house that is $300,000, if that moves up 5%, what is that, $15K or whatever it is? I don't know. I have to check my math on that, but yeah, 15%, $15,000. That means a year from now you're going to pay $15,000 more for the same thing. If you're a seller, that's cool, or if you just bought in the last 3 years, that's good too. So, yeah, I think sellers, this is definitely a good time for them to jump in the market just because of the pressure and the inventory is needed. And as we said in these other things, the new construction just isn't there below $400,000. And I have found, at least in our area with our average clients, our first-time home buyers, the price that they're buying, we have a couple different ranges, anywhere from, say, $175 to $250, and then there's another range that goes all the way up to $330, but not really more than that. $330 is kind of the ceiling that we've seen for the last 3 years for first-time home buyers, and that has to do with their debt-to-income ratio, the maximum payment they can afford and that they're comfortable with. Because there's no equity from the house that they're selling and putting into a new one. They're just coming into the market fresh without a lot of assets or down payment behind them. We don't really see 20% down payments anymore. In fact, I rarely have ever seen them. We have programs that are no money down, VA no money down, USDA no money down, FHA 3.5% down. A lot of Fannie Mae programs now, 5-10%. So this whole 20% down thing just doesn't really exist anymore. So it's not like people are putting a ton of down payment in these properties. That's a good thing too, though, because if you do want to buy or you do want to sell, you don't have to wait to accumulate all of that kind of equity or cash to put down on a house. In fact, I could probably get you in a house for your $1,000 deposit down, getting the seller to pay the seller contribution, and paying a seller contribution towards your closing costs. So you only have to come up with your deposit. There's so many financing options that whatever your needs are, there is a solution. A lot of people think, no, it's good to put a lot of money down into their house, right? I say no to that, actually, and here's the reason why. If it was an investment property, like an apartment building or some other type of building that actually had a cash flow or created income for you, then I say yes to that. If it's just your property that you're living in and paying a mortgage on, that does not do anything to create wealth for you. You're hoping for appreciation at that point, and that money is locked up and dead. That's what I would call dead money. If you instead took that same amount you were putting down on that property and bought 1 or 2 investment properties that produced a cash flow of income to you, that's a much more worthwhile use of that money. And then the house, the apartment building, or whatever it is you're investing in, that serves as a vehicle to preserve your cash. So, because, inflation, 3% a year, your money burns if it's just sitting there as cash. So if you invested in some real estate, an apartment, investment property, cash flow property, or whatever, you're preserving the value of the money. If you invest all that money into your residence that you actually live in, it's dead money. Yes, you might be preserving the value of it, but it isn't making you any money the way it would be if you had actually bought an investment property. So yes, putting money down is great, but it'd be better if you put it into something that actually created money for you. So, and if you guys like the idea of that kind of stuff, we could always talk more about real estate investing. I actually got my start in real estate as an investor, flipping properties, studying cash flow, all of that kind of stuff before I actually got into selling real estate for others. So I see we have Celeste on here. Hey, Celeste, how you doing? Celeste is in California. So home prices out there in California are going crazy too. That market is really on fire right now too, and it's a good thing because for a long time, California real estate was hurting. So anyway, if you guys would be interested in talking about real estate investing in future Friday shows or anything like that, let me know. It's a topic that I feel passionate about. I feel passionate about it as a wealth building vehicle for people. In fact, 85% of the world's wealthiest individuals all either made their money or preserved their money in real estate. I don't know if anybody knew that or not. It's the number one wealth building vehicle that all of us have access to. Also, if you're wondering if, let's say, your credit, you might be worrying that it's not good enough or you're locked out of the market forever. That's not true either. We have lots of clients that come to us that have had credit challenges, they've made mistakes, or just life circumstances happen. We do have companies that do help with credit repair. And really, our lenders actually can help you, give you advice too of, say, maybe pay off this one thing, or we need 6 months left after that late payment and then you qualify again. What's most important with that is that you actually have a plan and kind of stick to that plan, which gives you some hope, because there's nothing better than owning a home and the pride of ownership and having that piece of the American dream, if you will. So that's all I've got for today's show. Write in the comments if you have any ideas for next week's show. I actually have one that I might be doing tomorrow. One of the topics that I need to cover is what to do if you have a home to sell, but you want to buy something else, but you can't find something on the market that's really suitable for you. That is a big issue that I'm seeing as a problem for people in today's market. They want to sell, but they just can't find anything, so they don't list their own property, which creates this gridlock that we have. However, it is a myth. There are so many houses on the market that are perfect. You just may need an experienced professional rather than working yourself on Zillow and trying to find stuff. Just contact a professional realtor out there like myself or many others out there to help do a deep search. There may be off-market properties. There may be, because we have right now 10 listings that aren't on the market yet that we're getting ready, or they're in various stages of being prepared. So there's tons of off-market opportunities out there. And we have our agents all prospect every day, every morning until noon. We're always looking for opportunities out there. We blanket call neighborhoods looking for sellers that are looking to sell, on behalf of our buyers who want to buy. So if you've got a good motivated real estate agent or team, they can help you out there, even if you cannot find anything yourself on Zillow, because there's tons of this stuff off market. Or if we have to, we go door to door knocking on doors to see if there's a property available for you if you can't find it. So that's all I've got for this week. The Clarksburg newspaper, it's awesome, isn't it, Michelle? So like I say, there's a link to it if you guys want to check it out. There's tons of cool articles in there too about all kinds of stuff. Usually we have articles in there about personal finance, about home staging, about schools, all kinds of different subjects in there that are in this 12-page newspaper. It's awesome, and we enjoy bringing it to you. And thanks again for our people that help us do it, whether it's Lawyer Signature Settlements, McLean Mortgage, MLend, Spring of Home Services, Backyard Inflatables. We really thank you guys, too, for helping to make that possible to get that newspaper out to everybody. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and I will see you on the next live stream. if I can figure this thing out, right?